Alright, the Squier 50's classic vibe, made in Indonesia. I've had it for 2 months. Still have the strings that came with it, the bench 9 gauge. Haven't done anything to it. I've played it a whole bunch. The honeymoon is over. I'm still playing it. With the strings dead, that's probably a good time to make a video, to be honest. Playing clean channel, bass, mid, and treble on 5. Tiny bit of the Hammond reverb that's built into the amp. The reverb is on 2. So let's do it. I'll use no pedals right now. Later I'm going to use some. I'm going to put a little effects on here that somebody who plays a Telecaster would probably use. Okay, so let's just show you this guitar for what it is. I've got the JHS Unicorn, the Univibe clone. Back to just the amp again. I'm just doodling around here. I like this thing a lot. So why did I buy this guitar? I was going to build my own Telecaster, as in I was going to buy a body and a neck and all the parts and put it together. Okay, and I wanted pine and I wanted 50's. I wanted a 21 fret neck. And I started looking around and I seen this, and it's like, well, heck, why don't I just get this? I've got the bass, I've got the pine body, the 21 fret neck, and it's all good, and I figure I'm going to scrap everything. And then it came in the mail. Now, first thing I'm going to say is, it has a very poorly matched 3-piece body. Ridiculous. But I wanted, when I was going to put my guitar together, make my own, I wanted it black. So I'm going to paint this. And that's going to fix that right now. I want it black and the perloid pickguard. So, hey, everything else on this, it has they call them tall vintage frets. And they're just a hair tall. Yeah, they're pretty vintage style. I like them a lot. Some people say that the frets on these Squiers wear down quick. Well, that's fine with me, because they're tall enough where we can level these things a few times before I have to change them. I'm not really buying it. A lot of people that say this stuff, they're on the, they're stuck on those stainless frets, which I'm sure are great, but I've never had them. I'm the type of guy that likes my frets like worn to the bone. I really just don't care. I just keep, I keep playing and leveling frets, and they get so low, a point comes where I say, heck, I should level them, and I don't want to, because I don't want the feel of the guitar to change. And then, so it has the vintage slotted tuners. It stays in tune. I like it a lot. I haven't filed the nut. All I did was, the action was a bit high, so I've lowered the action some. I set the intonation. The standard stuff I did, there was some fret sprout. It was only on the high side here, which I found kind of funny. Like maybe somebody went to lunch and came back and said, oh yeah, I'm done. This is what it seemed like to me. So, yeah, I got out my file, and I filed these, dress the fret ends. I love these pickups. So the, here's the bridge. $419. I mean, I don't know how they can do it. I just don't. So it weighs 9.1. I show in this video I just posted earlier today when I weighed all those 8 guitars. I think I said 7 guitars in the video, but it was 8 of them. So 9.1. It weighs as much as a Epiphone Les Paul I have. And it's because of this pine body is just like a monster. It sounds great. I mean, you know, I'm really on the fence. You know, some people say that a Tele sounds the way it does for many reasons, but a lot of them say, you know, the light swamp ash body gives it the twang. I'm not buying it. I'm not. Then other people say pine is very twangy. Now there are some, Bill Kirchen, his whole entire Telecaster, even the neck, is pine. And it's a twang monster. But it's very light. It's very light. But you know, I'm totally happy with this. Right after I got this, I had it maybe 2 weeks and I was playing it a lot. I was playing it every day. I went into a pawn shop and there it was, slightly beat up. You know, it'd been played a whole bunch. USA Fender Telecaster. I'm not sure exactly which one it was, but it was a 21 fret. Yes, it had all the 50s, everything about it. And I didn't like it as much as this guitar at all. I was really tripping on that. You know, I don't have any problem with somebody in Indonesia or China putting together a guitar. I just don't. What I like, the guitar is made in USA, so there's a whole bunch of guys here in the US that can go work in those factories banging out guitars. Yeah, that'd be really cool. But we had no control over that. This stuff all got sent overseas and that's it. And yeah, as expensive as everything is, and you know, my guitar addiction, I would much rather pay the $400 than like $1,500. And when I was gonna build my own before I picked this thing up, you know, I was gonna spend that easy. You know, when you add up the, you know, I would have used lacquer. You know, I would have sprayed it with nitrocellulose. Now I am gonna do that to this. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spray this, pearl pick guard, and I might sand off the face of this headstock, get rid of that Squier, and maybe put like a star. It's some kind of symbol that I dig. Okay? And then just overspray that, and everybody is going to be guessing what the hell I've got. No one will know. That'll really fix them, won't it? So this is a real, you know, review here. I'm trying to be non-biased. I just don't care where the guitar is made. I guess that's what the point I'm trying to get. And I had low expectations. I was even thinking there was a possibility that when this guitar showed up that I would even want to replace the neck. Oh, I don't. This neck, it feels great. It's got the skunk stripe, and it doesn't have any high frets or anything. Like I said, I had a little bit of sprout. It's no big deal. So let's hear this one last time. We have this unicorn. So the unicorn doesn't sound that good with guitars with humbuckers because there's a lot of clipping. And I'm not a real Strat guy, and I didn't have a Tele at the moment. So the closest thing I've had to use this unicorn with is I've got a couple guitars with P90s, but there's still clipping with the P90s, but not so much Fender single coil. It's really what they're made for. all I gotta say about this thing. Rock on.